Hi, my name's A. Rask, and I'm with Horror Junkies Utah, and today I'm going to be talking about good reasons why you should give Cannibal films a chance. Cannibal films, to me, focus on a certain type of horror fan. Most horror fans don't really care for the Cannibal films, and most common people don't like Cannibal films because they find it grotesque. I mean, yeah, it is eating human flesh, but it's reality in the Amazon. I mean, you have real tribes out there still to this day that eat human flesh. So let's start off. Back in the 70s, late 70s and the 80s, was the big climax of cannibal films. Over in Europe and in Italy, it was no holds barred cannibal films. I mean, they were trying to push them out as fast as they could. You do have some very terrible cannibal films that were shot. You see, like, they almost like made the special effects out of paper and stuff. But some of the key Cannibal films that actually had some really good talent, some really cool special effects, and some really cool advertising to it, and some messed up things happen. Let's start off with Cannibal Holocaust. This film has a very big controversy over it. A lot of people hate it. PETA people hate it because they actually kill real animals in that movie. They actually had the actors and the actresses sign contracts that they would disappear after filming. They would kind of go in the darkness so they could really pull off the lost scene footage video. So Blair Witch wasn't really the first people to really pull off the found footage film and everything. I mean, it started off with Cannibal Holocaust. Pretty much Cannibal Holocaust is about a group of documentary guys that go into the jungles of the Amazon and they find a cannibal tribe. And they end up doing some really messed up stuff. I'll let you just watch the movie for yourself. But they end up, some bad things happen to them. Then they send a search party out to these guys to go find them. And just more chaos and carnage happens. It's a really great film. There's like awesome special effects. It's a very common, most notable cannibal film out of the genre. And then you have Cannibal Ferox that came out in 1981, a year right after Cannibal Holocaust. And Cannibal Ferox pretty much just wanted to steal the fame and glory off of Cannibal Holocaust. And, you know, Cannibal Ferox has some really great special effects. They have a different storyline. It's about a group of people that want to go prove that cannibalism is fake. It's just a myth, an urban legend. They end up meeting with these two guys that are criminals that are hiding out in the Amazon, and just all this crazy stuff starts happening once they get into with the tribes and everything, and it just gets nuts. Some of the craziest things that I've seen in film is from that movie. If you want to go from the Amazon, you can go over to America with Ravenous. Ravenous is an awesome movie. They kind of go play off the Donner Party situation. They have this fort and there's a group of soldiers there, and this mystery guy just shows up at their door and they're like, what the hell's going on here? And he's like, I need help, and he killed everybody, and they end up going out to search for these people in this cave. And once they go to this cave, that's just when it gets all nutty madness and different things happen. I just don't want to give away the storyline, the movie. It's definitely worth checking out. Some of your other not typical cannibal movies that have the elements of cannibalism, like Motel Hell. That's a really great film that has a brother and sister that have this hotel, and they have kind of like a barbecue kind of cafe place that they have, and this mystery girl ends up, not really mystery girl, but they end up getting this girl, and they're taking care of her, getting her back to health and everything, and that movie is just plain out fun. It has a lot of dark humor in it and everything. And then probably if you want to go even one step in another direction, I'd go with Grim Love. Grim Love is actually based off a real story about Craigslist over in Germany. And what this movie's about is a guy that has a fascination with wanting to eat a human being. And he actually goes on Craigslist and puts an ad up to want to eat people. And he ends up finding somebody that is willing to do this for him. And I mean, this movie is just, it had some pretty shocking moments. It's like, what the fuck am I watching here? But overall, it's a pretty cool film. I've enjoyed it. So with the cannibal genre, yes, it is grotesque. There is some craziness, madness to it. But I think people should just give it an honest chance. At least watch one of these movies once in their life. And if you don't like it, then yeah, don't watch it ever again. But for me, I love cannibal films. I think they're great. I think they have great special effects, awesome locations. I mean, they shoot in the Amazon. I mean, these filmmakers are going out into Amazon with these tribes and filming, and they're just like, what the fuck is going on here? It's pretty crazy. Like Eli Roth, when he was doing the filming of The Green Inferno, he actually showed the tribes people Cannibal Holocaust, and they were actually laughing their asses off of because of this movie, because they're like, what the fuck? They're like, this ain't real cannibalism. But so we'll have to see what Eli Roth does with his Green Inferno. I think it's going to be really good. I have real high hopes for it. Everybody should go check it out on September 25th. And, like I said, give Cannibal films a chance and pick one of the movies that I recommended. And this is A with Horror Junkies Utah. You have a good night.